Just a tiny bit left of this first chapter of The Eyes of the Killer Robot. The professor has told the story of Johnny's grandfather, who at the time was called Cyclone Dixon. It was the beginning of the 20th century. His encounter with a pitching robot that had very mysterious eyes, and all of a sudden a much more humanoid version of this pitching robot showed up, and the professor continues to explain. The professor sighed and shook his head. Unless nothing, Johnny. As usual, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, my rear end is getting cold from sitting on this bench, and besides, I promised your grandfather that I'd try to get you home before dark. Let's get a move on. The professor got up, stretched, and started walking toward the car. Johnny followed, but as he went, he turned and looked at the grassy hump that had once been the pitcher's mound. His grandfather had been out there pitching once upon a time. It was strange to think about. The story of the man from nowhere was also pretty strange, and it really fascinated Johnny. What did the professor mean by saying "unless" at the end of his tale? Was he just being silly, or was there really some way that a robot could pose as a human being? Johnny thought about this problem for a long time as they rode on home, and while he ate his late supper, and as he lay in bed that night, waiting for sleep to come. But he didn't come up with any answers. And that's the end of chapter 1.